What's the word? What's happening, everybody? How everybody feeling on this wonderful Saturday? Hopefully, y'all got about 45 to 50 minutes to tap in with the kid, listen to the bill. Y'all see the subject matter for the day. And y'all also see where I'm at, man. I'm inside of the gym, live in full effect. I got about 50 minutes or so before my next and last client comes in. So I wanted to just tap in, get some things off my chest, man. So hopefully y'all got about 45, 50 minutes to tap in, man. But first, man, let me know how y'all living and feeling on this wonderful Saturday, man. Tap in with the kid, and we gonna start this build. Y'all see the subject matter, man. We gonna go in on some things, man. Some things that I've been thinking about, been pondering on lately, man. I just want to get them off my chest on this wonderful Saturday, man. But tap in with the kid. What's happening? Beast by bless. Peace. What's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling? Like I said, y'all see where I'm at, man. I'm in the gym, been training. Got one more client left, man. But we gonna get some things off our chest in the meantime. Excuse me. But yeah, what's the word? How we living? How we feeling on this wonderful Saturday? Tap in. Tap in with the kid, man. Give y'all about 5 minutes or so before we dive into the subject matter. Hey, Montel, peace. What's happening? CC, peace. What's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling? What's the word? Azure, peace. What's happening? Hey, was it Lignu Roots? Messed that name up, but yeah, peace. What's happening? For sure. What's the word? What's the word? Hey, Juwan, peace. What's happening? Hey, Montel, for sure. You know, I've been going live less frequently, but it's all good. Y'all know how I go. But, hey, big changes for sure. Stay evolving out here. Stay evolving. Stay evolving. Stay transcending. Stay being unique. Stay being yourself. Stay being powerful and all that good stuff. Hey, Virgil, peace, peace, peace. What's happening? What's the word, my good brothers? What's the word, my good sisters, man? How we living? How we feeling? How this week treat y'all? How the weekend treating y'all? Y'all know how I go. Gotta tap in. How the mental, you know, how the mind. Gotta tap in with that mental health, man. You know, if ain't nobody else that tapped in with your mental health this week, I'm doing it. So let me know how that mental doing. How y'all holding up mentally? Because it's a lot going on out here, man. The world is an interesting place, especially here recently, man. A lot of strange things going on, but it's all good, man. We gonna make it. We gonna rise to the top, because the cream always rises to the top, and y'all know who the cream is. So we gonna rise to the top. We gonna be all right. You know, we just gotta stay focused. Stay focused. Stay on your square, man. Stay representing the truth. Stay being righteous. You know, all that good stuff. RL, peace. What's happening? Virgil, you say, what's my take on the Megan Thee Stallion performance at the campaign? Trash. You know, if y'all saw my post on the community board and wall, I was reading Brother Malcolm, you know, and he talked about that. That's one of the main tactics that the politicians use to try to sway black people over to their side. That's all that is. Because this is how I perceived it and broke it down. If this wasn't the season that it is in regards to politics, any other time they talking bad about that type of music. Any other time these politicians, any other time somebody such as herself, Kamala Harris, any other time they are talking negatively about the type of music that Megan Thee Stallion puts out, about twerking and all that type of stuff in public. They talking negatively about it. Oh, that's degrading. We disrespecting ourselves and whoop-de-whoop. You know, any other time, that's the message surrounding the music of that nature. Any other time, that's the message. Now all of a sudden, you want to use that music to your benefit to try to sway a certain demographic of black people to be on your side. And we know the demographic of black people that we talking about here. Hey, the anomaly, peace, what's happening? So I don't fall for the tactics, man. That's a tactic. You know, I don't fall for that. You know, and when you are a part of this world, man, we got to stop being bamboozled, as Malcolm said. Like, if you fall for that, if all it takes is for somebody to bring Megan Thee Stallion on a stage and now they got your support, we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. You know, that's a tactic, and that's one of the the age-old tactics that they use. Let's get a popular figure, bring them up on the stage, and that's gonna convince the people that we trying to convince. Age-old tactic. You know what I mean? Age-old tactic. So I'm not falling for that. I see right through that garbage and that nonsense. You know what I mean? Like I listen. I didn't fool with Megan. I don't fool with Megan Thee Stallion. Never fool with her then. I don't fool with her now. So I don't care about any of that. I don't listen to Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I mean? I'm not going. If a young black girl comes in here, I'm not about to tell her she needs to listen to Megan Thee Stallion. I don't promote that type of music. You know what I mean? You know, that's not the type of music I want the young black girls that I know listening to. So nah, miss me with that. That's not what we need. We don't need to promote that type of message. And they know that, but they trying to sway a certain demographic. That's like me all of a sudden running for office or something like that. Person such as myself, y'all done heard my views. That's like me all of a sudden running for office, and I'm bringing Lil Durk now on the stage with me. Man, I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. It's obvious what I'm trying to do. It's obvious what I'm doing. I ain't never listened to that type of music. Or at least recently. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden I'm running for this office. Now I got Lil Durk now up on the stage with me. Come on now. I got all these drill artists on the stage with me. Just 5 years ago, I was talking negatively about the music, but now since I'm running for office, I'm trying to persuade a certain side to vote for me. Then I'm gonna bring all these drill artists up here so that I look cool. Nah, they can trick all these other people. They gonna never trick me. They gotta use some advanced techniques to move me. That's garbage. Megan Thee Stallion, they all need to sit down somewhere. It's just sit down, man. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we really trying to change the conditions of our people, or is this just entertainment? Like, that shows you right there, shows and proves right there that it's entertainment. Like, it's a game, fam. Like, they showing and proving that it's a game. That's how I viewed that. They showing and proving. They putting it right in your face. That this entertainment, this is a game. We don't take this serious. Come on, man. Miss me with that. But people be falling right for it. People fall right for it. They fall right for it. I stroll right past that stuff these days, and I laugh. You know what I'm saying? I laugh at it. You know, but before I dive too deep into that, let me bounce back and let me get to the subject matter, man. I want to build on something that grinds my gears, as folks say. One thing I can't stand, I don't know if you all can relate, and this is male, female, anybody. One thing that grinds my gears. I can't stand for somebody who isn't in my situation. I can't stand for somebody who isn't a black male in the wilderness of North America to basically speak on my experiences as if they can relate and they are not what I am. I can't stand that. And that's not even just simply pertaining to black women. I can't stand when white people do it. I can't stand it when Asians do it. I can't stand it when anybody does it. If you are not a black male in America, and I'm speaking about black male issues, I really don't want to hear your opinion on the subject matter. I don't want your sympathy. I don't want any of that. I don't want to hear you speak on that because you cannot relate. So I don't want you trying to tell me how I should feel, how I should go about something, any of that. Like, I cannot stand when that happens. I can't stand when that happens. I like to stay out of other people's situations because I can't relate. Like, I'm not a black woman in America. Like, so when they start speaking about black women issues, all I can do is either support it or just remain silent. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I do. If it's strictly pertaining to black women issues and not black people collectively, strictly black women issues. Like, we do have things, we do have conversations that need to be held between black men only, and we have conversations that need to be held between black women only. I feel like part of our problem, and I feel like one of the reasons why we are not evolving and transcending as a people is because we keep trying to solve everybody else's problems instead of like our own. And we do that on a personal level and a gender level. And what do I mean by that? Personally, instead of us solving our own problems and being our own savior, self-savior, we start trying to solve everybody else's problems. We got everybody else's life figured out. And then on a gender level, we got black men solving black women's problems, and we got black women solving black men's problems instead of us solving our own problems. So now what happens is we get on these platforms, and then we in real life, black men are telling black women what they need to do in regards to black women issues and vice versa. No, we need to stop doing that. We need to stop doing that, you know? And I mentioned this earlier. I'm quick when I'm having a conversation and the conversation is revolving around black male issues or just black male energy, whatever the case may be. I am quick to tell a woman, I'm quick to tell anybody to sit out this conversation. This conversation is not for you. I'm quick to do that. I don't care if that offends a person. I don't care how that person feels. I'm quick to tell someone, listen, I don't care about your opinion on this subject matter. This is a male issue. This is a male conversation. I don't need that energy right now. I don't need that feminine energy in this conversation. I don't need that white energy in this conversation. Like, I will be quick to tell, I will stop the whole conversation and tell them that. Like, straight up. Like, sometimes when I'm having conversations with other folks pertaining to these issues, I'm not having a conversation so that I can get your opinion. I'm having a conversation to tell you what it is. Like, I don't need your opinion when I'm talking about black male or black boy issues. Like, no, this I'm telling you what it is. I don't care what you got to say about it, though. We don't need that energy. And a lot of those conversations revolve around the black boys, the young bulls, as I like to call them. I've had to, sometimes you got to get aggressive, but I've politely, most of the time, had to let some sisters know, like, nah, like, we don't need, like, look, I'm talking to the young bull. Remove yourself from the conversation. Matter of fact, I had a situation where I was in the gym one time, and I didn't have to say nothing, but the energy was kind of picked up on. But I had a young bull in here, and I was working with him. You know what I'm saying? I was working with, it was me, and I think it was his pops, and it was the young bull, and it was an older lady in here, right? And so the young bull was, you know what I'm saying? He was being a little hard-headed. So we started to drill him. Pop started to drill him. I started to drill him. This older black lady that was in here, she noticed it. She was like, she said, I'm gonna sit this one out. This is a man issue. This is a male issue. She said it out. She didn't say anything because she already know from a mother standpoint, from a woman's standpoint, she was too emotional. She was gonna be too emotional for that situation. So she removed herself from what was going on because she feeling sorry for him. Why y'all talking to him like that? That's how she was feeling. So she was like, yeah, this is not this. She said that situation is not for me. So I'm gonna remove myself from this. I'm gonna let the men handle him because that's a young boy. I have no room for that because if I enter it, I'm gonna soften him up because I'm feeling bad for him. I'm feeling sorry for him. We ain't feeling sorry for him. I don't care how tired he is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he crying and don't want to do these burpees. Nah, you finna do them, buddy. You in here. You not finna waste my time. So we giving him that tough love. And she was, you know what I'm saying? She was feeling it, but she didn't enter the conversation. And she knew not to enter that conversation because that's what we was going to. That was about to be told to her anyway. Like, nah, man, we got this. But she felt it and she knew it because she's a little older and that's just how things used to be. Don't enter that conversation. Don't you jump in with the motherly instincts. Hey, don't talk to him like that. He's tired. Better not do that. You know? And when men are around and a mother tries to do that, we got to shut that up. For real, we got to stop that. That's the way I was raised, and that's the way we got to be raised. For real, straight up. Let the men deal with the boy. Let the men deal with the boy just like if you got a bunch of women around, we gonna let the women deal with the daughter. When there's some stuff like that, when there's something pertaining to that female energy. You gonna let them deal with it. But when we got men around and we dealing with the boy, when it's a situation like that, We don't need none of that energy. None of it. That young boy needed that masculine energy. He walking around talking about he tired. He walking around crying, don't want to do nothing. So we finna drill him. We about to drill him, and that's what we did. And she said it out. She said it out. She understood. She understood what was happening. She understood it wasn't no place for that feminine energy, for that emotional energy in that situation. She understood it, and she removed herself, and she continued on with her workout. That's what we need to start practicing more. That's what we need to implement more. You know, when men are having conversations about men issues and men things, we don't need the opinion of a woman. We don't need y'all speaking on it, for real, straight up. And men, we got to stop responding to when they speak on it. The only response should be like, this is not your conversation, and keep it moving. The moment we go back and forth, well, we didn't open up Pandora's box. The moment we start going back and forth with them, we got to simply let them know this is not their conversation. Just like they will let us know we can't relate to certain issues that they deal with. We got to do the same thing. All that arguing, going back and forth, that's dead. Simply let them know, look, this is not y'all conversation. And then we continue on with our conversation so we can solve our issues and solve our problems. One of the reasons why we're not able to solve this problem is because we are spending too much time going back and forth with each other. We are listening to what women say about our issues, and we are debating with them. Why are we debating with them about issues they can't relate to, and vice versa? I'm not about to argue. I'm not about to debate with a woman in regards to black male issues that they can't relate to. They're not black men. They don't understand this testosterone that we have. They don't understand this masculine energy that we have and how we have to distribute it. They don't understand that. So we can't, no matter how hard we try to convince them and get them to understand it, they can't understand it, just like I can't understand that feminine energy. I don't understand that. I don't understand having menstrual cycles. I don't understand having all them cramps and stuff. We don't get that. I don't get that. That's not my life. I'm not trying to understand that. Why would I want to understand that? That don't even make any sense. Why would I want to understand that? Why would I want to know what that feels like? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to benefit me. So I don't even enter those conversations. What I look like trying to tell a 10-year-old girl about menstrual cycles and cramps? No, I'm about to go find a woman that experiences this because she's a woman, and I'm going to let them have a conversation. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know anything about that from firsthand experience. I'm gonna let you go to the community of people who experience exactly what you about to experience. Do the same thing for the young boys. Y'all don't know what it's gonna be like growing up as a young black male. Y'all don't. There's no way you can know. It's impossible because you're not that. It's impossible. So you gotta let the men teach him, educate him on how this life is about to go for him. Because we've lived it, we've experienced it. We know there are some differences between being a black male in America and being a black woman in America. There are some differences. Yeah, we are both at the bottom, but there are some differences in regards to treatment. There are some differences, some key differences that the young boys have to be educated on, that only the people who have experienced it can teach them, you know? So again, we got to start learning how to solve our own problems, first on a personal level, and then secondly, on a gender level. Like, men, we solve men issues. Women, y'all solve women issues. World will be a much better place. This is real simple. We are the only group of people that seem to want to complicate life. We are complicating life, and we wonder why things don't get better. We wonder why things get progressively worse. You know, contrary to what people are out here saying, making it seem like things have gotten progressively better. Nope. And I realized I hit a oxymoron, progressively worse. But that's the world we living in. That's the world we living in. Hey, peace to everybody that's tapping in. God is peace. Hey, Ron, my brother, peace. Mike, peace. What's happening? Chris, what's happening? Let me shout out to everybody that's tapped in. Yeah, so we gotta for real. Hey, stand on your square, man. When you a man and you having male conversations and that woman tries to enter it, this conversation is not for you. And we don't care about feel. I don't care how you feel about that. This conversation is not for you, man. Listen, let us handle this. Let us handle this. We gonna administer justice just like when we had the young bull in here. Me and Pops, we gonna get him right. We don't need any of that soft energy up in here. That's a problem these days. That soft energy again. And we don't. And look, listen, women, we not demonizing y'all for that. That's in y'all. It's in y'all nature to be nurturers. It's in y'all nature to show compassion when things like that, man. When y'all hear that tough love, when y'all see a baby struggling, you know what I'm saying? When y'all see that 7-year-old, when y'all see that child struggling, crying, and having a rough time finishing his laps or finishing his burpees, it's in y'all nature to feel compassionate, to feel sorry, to have sympathy, to want to nurture that child. That is in y'all very nature. So y'all just doing what y'all naturally inclined to do. But again, it's in our nature to show that tough love. It's in our nature to tell him to get up, man, finish these burpees. It's in our nature to be warlike. It's in our nature to be warriors. It's in our nature we got that testosterone. Like, that's in our nature. So again, so we understand y'all sentiments behind that, but y'all got to step back. Because if we allow your energy to influence the young boy, then we gonna get exactly what we got a lot of out here these days. A lot of soft feminine dudes. That's what you get when you allow that energy to influence their upbringing. Dudes gonna turn out to be very soft. Very soft. And that's just an actual fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, that tough love, man, we gotta raise them on that tough love, man. We can't be. I tell the 8-year-old to do 50 burpees and he do 5 and he say his knee hurt and you coming out, oh, the little baby knee hurt. Let him stop. The moment I let him stop, I'm making him. That's soft. That's soft. Like, we making him soft. If I tell the young boy, if I tell an 8-year-old to do 50 burpees and he get to 5 and he say his knee hurt and mom do, oh, he says his knee hurt, let him stop. The moment I oblige to that, that's going to be a problem for that little boy, man. It's going to be a problem for him. It's going to be a problem for him. You got to thug that out, player. You got 45 more to go. Care about this knee pain. You know what I'm saying? 45 more to go. We going to get through the 45. I don't care if it take us 4 hours. We going to do them. We not just going to stop because your knee hurt and you crying to your mama. No. And you find situations a lot of times to where when you got split households and split custody, you'll find a lot of times that I've seen, you see a lot of times to where the young boy, the young male will want to spend more time with his moms because he can get away with a lot of stuff. He can get away with more stuff than he would get away with if he stayed with his pops. I see this a lot of times. Man. The young boy, the young teen, the young black male, the young black boy, he wants to go stay with his moms because he can get away with more. All he got to do is tell mom he don't feel good. Mom's was like, all right, we ain't going to go to practice. Pops ain't having that. Pops like, look, you about to go work out. You about to go to practice. You finna do all this. I don't care how you feel. Thug that on out. But he go stay with Mom Dukes. I got a headache. Mom Dukes like, all right, we ain't going to practice. We ain't going to school. We ain't doing none of that. Nah, we can't have that energy. We can't have that energy. We can't promote that energy. And again, that's in your nature. It's cool. But we can't be raising young boys like that. And then wondering why the male population is soft and feminine and passive and all that type of stuff. Because that type of energy is influencing them. We can't have that. So again, when you see a bunch of men handling your son, like, if you can't stomach that, you might just want to turn your head, you know? Because some of the things these days that I see that offends parents and stuff like that, or mothers, I'm like, man, y'all couldn't have been around when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way they talk to us. Oh, come on. The way we were talked to, you know what I mean? Like, the way we were talked to back in our sports days, back in the day. The stuff that y'all be hooping and hollering about, The stuff that y'all get on these coaches and teachers' heads about these days, oh man. I'm glad all this stuff wasn't around, man, back in the day when I was coaching. But it was all needed. It was all needed. It was all needed. It made me who I am, man. It made me resilient. It made me resilient. All that energy back in the day, it made me resilient. Fam, like I can handle a lot now because of what you know what I'm saying, because of all that back in the day, man. I'm resilient. I got tough skin, man. I got thick skin. Like stuff don't easily offend me, bro. I can handle a lot, man, because again, back in the day, I'm getting that tough love. Man, you came out here, man, you ran for 100 yards, you could have ran for 200. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's tough love. That's tough love. Like, damn, you right, I could have did better. That made me resilient. That made me resilient. I'm playing football games with separated shoulders, whole slings on. Like, I had sling on under my pads, shoulders separated. I'm playing a game with one arm. It made me resilient. But again, you say that to a woman, they looking like, oh, why was you out there with a y'all crazy. What you out here with a separated shoulder playing for? Y'all don't understand that. That's a man thing. Oh, y'all just being crazy. Y'all just being stupid. You don't understand. That's why when I'm having them type of conversations, I don't want to hear a woman's input because y'all simply don't understand that. Y'all can't fathom why I would go out there and play a game like football with one arm. Doesn't make sense to you. It never will make sense to you. So just exit the conversation. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to you. And a lot of y'all think, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I laugh at a lot of women thinking that they the toughest people on the planet because they can give birth. Like, man, mind you, we don't disrespect that. But man, y'all don't know the half of what y'all don't know the half of the physical pain that men have endured. Fam, like y'all don't know the half, bro. Like we let y'all have giving birth, like we let y'all have that. We don't talk crazy. We let y'all have that, fam. But y'all don't know the stuff we didn't put our bodies through, man. Y'all don't know what it feels like to be men. Y'all just really have no clue. So I would advise y'all to stop speaking on that and minimizing our pain and minimizing like how we feel physically, just minimizing all of that. Y'all minimize that, and it's kind of disrespectful, fam. Like it's really disrespectful. You know, y'all don't know how men are built. I used to see stuff on Facebook back in the day, like if you put a man in a woman's position, they would fold. I said, boy, y'all do not know how some of us, especially some of us that was raised back in the day, are built. Y'all don't understand the stuff that we can handle, fam. First of all, we done been dealing with y'all our whole lives. That should tell you something right there. We done been dealing with y'all. We done been dealing with y'all our whole lives, and we ain't the click. Listen, if you a black man in the wilderness of North America that then had to deal with the black woman in the state that we in for 30, 35 plus years, and we ain't then snapped, bro, it's a strong and resilient brother. And I'm pretty sure y'all say vice versa, but I'm just speaking from a black male from the black male perspective. I know we a lot to handle too. I ain't gonna never not admit that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never not admit that, man. But brothers existing on this planet for 30, 35 years, and when you somebody such as myself, and you only gonna deal with sisters, like I don't deal with other folks. I only deal with the sisters when it come to that. So if man, a person such as myself, been able to deal with the sisters for 33, 34 plus years and haven't snapped, haven't been locked up for none of that. Oh man, come on. It almost don't get stronger than that. It almost don't get stronger than that, fam. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. But when y'all say things like, "Oh, you put a black man in our position, he gonna fold." Okay, okay, that's what y'all really think, man. Y'all don't understand how the black man is built. Y'all sadly mistaken, fam. Like again, we not gonna minimize what y'all going through, but y'all gotta stop doing that for the black man. Y'all gotta stop doing that on our end. Hey, Terenzo and SR, peace. Appreciate them donations for sure. Y'all got to stop doing that. Because when I tell you the black man is built different, we are. And this ain't to say we built stronger and tougher than y'all, whatever. I ain't even on that. But I'm saying we built different. Especially when you come across one that's tapped in. Or one that hasn't been emasculated and feminized. When you come across a black man like that, man, we build different. We build different. Like we build completely different. And then we build different in a sense of like we can't even complain about stuff, bro. Like we can't even complain. Like y'all can complain. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can cry. Y'all can do that. That's normalized. And again, I don't care what y'all about to get on here and say. Oh, it's safe. Y'all can do this and that. Y'all wasn't raised how we were raised. We don't care what y'all say. We were raised differently. As much as y'all want to tell us it's safe to do all that, we programmed to think it's not safe. It's unfortunate. Yes. Is that healthy? Probably not. But that's how we were raised. That's how we program. So we program to endure a lot of stuff, man. Can't really complain and cry about it. Can't really complain and cry about it. Like we raised in a way to where, man, we gotta keep pushing. Gotta keep pushing. Anything else is soft. Anything else is weak. That's how we was raised. That's how we was raised. Anything else makes you less of a man. Like, man, we was raised with a lot of pressure put on you to be the man of the house, be the man of the family. You know what I'm saying? To take care of you and yours. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. Hey, Malik, my brother, man, we probably had CTE before we was 10 because of the way we played in the neighborhood. We used to put the boxing gloves on in the neighborhood, unsanctioned fights in the neighborhood at like 9 and 8. So we probably had CTE. I'm talking about, man, we played rough. Where we probably had CTE before we was 10. I'm gonna say before we was 10, we had CTE for real, straight up, because we played rough, man. We played rough, man. We playing tackle football in the street on concrete. You know what I'm saying? And this is before we turned 10. With no adult supervision. We just outside tackle football on concrete. No pads on nothing. We 8, 9. Like, man, we don't know what we doing. We hitting backflips off of air conditioned AC units. Then fell on your head 30 times. Man, listen. We had CTE when we was 8, man. You know, you fighting for your life at 7 or 8. You know, you got gloves on, you 7, 8 fighting 13-year-olds, man. We was doing all type of stuff. Like all type of stuff was going on. But for real, yeah, like I see, yeah, because we the leaders, and that's what we were instructed to be. And then on top of that, we have to maneuver within a society that literally wants us to be at the very bottom. At the very bottom. When you look at operations like COINTELPRO, the counterintelligence program, constructed by the FBI and the racist cross-dresser J. Edgar Hoover, that was targeting black men. See, the rise of a black messiah targeted black men. So when you look at the totem pole here, and when you look at the bottom, you have black men at the bottom, then black women. You got black men at the bottom, then black women. They need the black man to be at the very bottom. They are going to give a black woman a better opportunity than they're going to get a black man, because that divides the household and that decreases the strength and the power of the black man. That's why you are seeing a lot of black women get opportunities, rising up the ranks in a lot of these industries that used to be dominated by black men or men in general. You seeing a lot of women, you seeing a lot of black women rise up the ranks in industries where you like, man, where the men at in that industry, or the black men in that industry? They are doing that intentionally. So we got to fight against that too. You don't see white women surpassing their men in some of these industries, man. You don't see that. I promise you don't see that. I forgot. I don't want to misquote it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to go back to my book. But man, it was a book that was talking about that. I forgot what industries they said, man. But it was like, man, black women are surpassing black men in a lot of these industries that it used to be flip-flop back in the day. And we are the only group of people that's happening in. The other groups is not happening. The men are still dominating these industries. But when you look at the black culture now, the women are dominating those industries which black men should be dominating. You know, you seeing more black women just take over certain fields to where this is supposed to be where black men are dominating. It's not happening. They doing that on purpose. They doing it on purpose. And we know why they are doing that, fam. You know, it's creating that division. It's adding on to that division. We trying to put the female as the head of the household. The best way to do that in a capitalistic society is to have her be the breadwinner and make the most money. So we gonna give her these positions and pay her the most money. Because we know the black man subconsciously has been programmed to be a leader. And one of the ways to lead is to be the breadwinner, to be the head. So if he's not the head, he's going to feel some type of way. And that's going to lead to a lot of aggression. That's going to lead to a lot of domestic violence, domestic disputes. That's going to lead to a lot of violence in general. And that's what you have. And that's what you have. You know, so they look at you see all this violence happening amongst black men. Like, we know the science behind that. That's another thing that we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? That we got to deal with that. We got to fight against a system that really needs us to be at the bottom. We trying to be leaders and breadwinners and heads of households in a society that doesn't want us to be any of that. That's going to do everything in its power to see to it that we become none of that. That's what we are dealing with, fam. That's literally what we dealing with. So y'all really don't understand that burden. Y'all really don't understand that fight and that struggle. It's a whole different ball game right there. When you tap in and you study COINTELPRO, you tell me who COINTELPRO is after. From a gender perspective, it's after a strong black male. That's who COINTELPRO is after. COINTELPRO really don't have no problem with you with a woman leading, especially leading some men, because they already know what the result gonna be. They don't have no problem with that. They don't have no problem with that. It's only when you are a sister and you start speaking a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? And you and y'all know the way I'm talking about. When you start speaking a certain type of way, they come after you, shut you down. You know? Zaru, peace, what's happening for sure? Hey, yeah, most definitely. They do a lot of crime. The difference between masculine and feminine is supposed to be blatant, but these days, not so much. I'm trying to tell you, it's a lot of women out here that just swear up and down they can do the same thing that men do. Promise you. And it's crazy. My brother Ken, peace, what's happening? And for the life of me, I don't even understand why y'all even want to do some of the things that we have to do. Like, pointless, fam. Pointless. Point is pointless. Like, I don't even know why some of you women just want to go out your way to just kind of prove you can do some of the things that we do. It's like, okay, you want a cookie? You know what I'm saying? Like, like, chill out, man. You know, just chill out. And every time you look up, whether you watching movies, TV shows, whatever the case may be, man, you are seeing this type of stuff promoted. Every time you look up and you watch a show, especially if it's like got black people in it, you see the black male got the weakest role. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a family in this black movie, and the family is man, woman, and children, they gonna have this man being weak, and they gonna have the woman out here being a gangster. Straight up. You see that a lot in these movies these days. They got the man out here being weak, getting beat up by the, you know what I'm saying, whoever the opposition is, the black male that got beat up, nearly killed. Then the woman comes out with the shotgun and saving the day, saving the family. That's what you start to see way too much of that. What does that do subconsciously in the minds of the people that's watching it, especially the kids? I can't stand when I be seeing that. I can't stand when I see that. Watching a movie, man, dude just getting thrashed. You know what I mean? Like, the biggest dude on the planet, man. They get the biggest black dude. That's what they do. They get the biggest black dude. They get the biggest dude who they can find. And he be getting whooped, beat, just ran all over. And then she comes save the day, save the kids. Like my man's, it don't be putting up no fight. Getting thrashed. Got to get saved by his woman. Come on, man. Like, that's programming. That's conditioning. That's brainwashing. You know, that's molding the future generations to think and behave a certain type of way, to see the world in a certain type of way. Oh, man, we get down bad. Mommy gonna save us. Mommy gonna have to save us like the movie. Because, you know, so they go take the biggest and baddest black dude they can find, break him down in the movie, and have the woman save the day. But again, we swear up and down that there's no programming going on. We swear up and down they're not brainwashing the minds of the youth. Like, we swear up and down that this stuff is not happening. Like, we swear up and down that this stuff is not happening, man. Like, that's crazy. Bobby, daddy should be saving the day every time. The way I was raised, Pops saving the day. Pops saving the day, Pops saving the family. Or he gonna die trying something. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pop's gonna put up a way better fight than that. Pop's gonna pull up a way better fight than I be seeing these movies, man. We gonna save the family, we gonna die trying. We gonna die trying. We ain't finna let nobody touch ours. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going down. We dying up in here. That's how I was raised. That's how I came up. But now when you watch these movies and shows, it be the complete opposite going on. Complete opposite. And again, like I said, they get the biggest and baddest dude. Biggest and baddest. Like, they come on, man. That's just so obvious. Let's go get the big black dude and make him soft. Soft, man, just be soft from the start, man, from the gate. Right out the gate of the movie, he's soft. Come on, man. Like, if that ain't obvious what they doing, I just can't stand when I see it. Right out the gate, the man's soft. No backbone. Woman walking all over. She head of the house. He controlling everything in the household. He just weak. And then when the stuff pop off, one shot to the head, you know what I'm saying? One hit to the head, he even fell out. And he unconscious. Come on, man. There ain't nobody. Listen, I promise you. If there is a threat to the life of my people, and like and we got women, it's the women in my family, and we got kids. I promise you, ain't nobody just about to come in here and just knock me out like that. No. Ain't no other dude finna just come in here, boom, and then that's it, and now everybody got to save me. Man, I promise you that ain't happening. And this ain't even to sound tough. Like, that's just not happening. It's not going down like that. Nope. Survival instincts, saving instincts, it's all kicking in, man. We finna go to war now. Like, we going to war. It's not about to be that easy to just walk right through me. No. No. But that's how the movies depict us. So we fighting against this weak image that's depicted of us via the media every day. Every day. To where now, you know, these kids and all that stuff think this is a reflection of reality. I promise you it's not. They trying to make it reality, but I promise you it's still some black men that's soldiers out here. I promise you. I promise you. And we got to keep that mentality. We got to keep that energy alive. You know, that's why every chance I get to speak like this, I do it. Because we got to keep the energy alive. I don't care who is rubbed the wrong way. I don't care who's offended by the words. I don't care. I don't be caring about any of that. I don't be caring about any of that. You know, when tough love was given to me back in the day, they didn't care about feelings. They didn't care about how you felt. What they cared about was telling the truth. You know, that's what tough love is, man. You know, harsh reality. That's what all that stuff is. You know, we're not coming on here to speak pleasantries into your ear. Like, nah. We speaking what needs to be heard. And if you don't like it, plenty of other channels, plenty of other platforms, plenty of other people to speak to. Or tap in with. Plenty. But all the pacifying, the feminizing, emasculation of the black man, like, it's enough of that out here going on. Enough of that. You know, and like I said, I'm gonna need for y'all sisters to stop speaking. Stop softening up these sons. Stop speaking on these black male issues. Stop doing that. Let us deal with it. Find some men. Like, if you got your little son, stop softening him up. Stop doing that. Stop doing it. That is a contribution to the problem. Just like whoever the father was is not in his life. Yes, that's a contribution to the problem. But you putting all that soft energy into his ear is also a contribution to the problem. Two things can be true. You know, we need to make better choices. But then once the choices are made, then we need to make better decisions in regards to the energy that we surround the child with. So if you already made that bad decision in regards to who you chose to have a child with, nothing you can do about that. You chose to have a child with a dude that was no good. Now you dealt this son. So now you got to make a decision going forward. All right, I need to surround this young man with positive male energy because I made the mistake in regards to the father. So let me go find some good father figures. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me right this wrong. Let me not dwell on the fact that I chose the wrong guy and then just speak negatively about men the rest of my life. That's not gonna help your son. That's not gonna help your son. You made the bad decision because you made that decision. You laid with him. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you wasn't raped, you laid with him, so you made a decision. So once you made the decision, now you gotta hold yourself accountable. It's like, all right, man, dude, boom, I chose the wrong guy. Let me go find some good male energy to put around. Let me go do that. Big homie Monte, hey, peace, man. You know Mississippi, the second crib. YouTube be hating on me. It's all good. We already know. YouTube be hating on me when it comes to the algorithm, but it's whatever, though. It's whatever. You know, for real. But yeah, stop making them sons weak, fam. Just like if you a man and you got a daughter and you know you chose the wrong mother, it's like, all right, man, I gotta find some positive feminine energy to put around her. You know what I'm saying? So she won't grow up thugging and tough, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what that could lead to. You know, so let me go find some good feminine energy to put around her. We not gonna dwell on the fact that, man, I made the wrong decision, man. These dudes ain't no good. Like, nah, I chose the wrong guy. Let me go find some better role models, some better examples, and put that energy around my son. Let me not add on to softening him up and things like that, and making his life even harder than what it's about to be. You know, let me go find some positive male role models, because plenty of them out here. And that's one thing we gotta stop doing. Stop acting like it's not plenty of positive brothers out here. Righteous brothers and strong brothers. Plenty of them out here. They may not be your preference. I don't know. You know, that may not be your cup of tea. But it's plenty of them out here. You just may not like that type. But it's plenty of brothers out here. There's plenty of upstanding brothers out here. You just may not like that type. That may not be your type. Your type might be the no good type. And that's cool. But don't act like it ain't no good upstanding brothers out here. There just may not be any good upstanding brothers that are no good, because that's a paradox. That's not out here. You want an upstanding brother that's also no good at the same time. You can't get that. You know what I'm saying? So it's plenty of good upstanding brothers out here. You just don't like the type. And that's cool. But stop acting like we not out here, or stop acting like upstanding brothers are not out here, because that's not your type. Like, your type is something else. So therefore, if your type is the only type that exists, nah. Come on now. Come on now. Zaru, you say Clarissa Shields. I don't even know what you trying to talk about with her, but yeah. But yeah, I see a lot of people say they don't be getting notifications, man. It's hatred. We, at this point, you know what I'm saying, we know what it is. We know what the algorithms and stuff on, man. We know what these platforms really be on. You know, we know what they gonna notify you about. Like, we already know. At this stage in the game, man, it is what it is. You know, you just gotta tap in. Oh yeah, Zaru, yeah, she always trying to fight dudes. Hey, all right, you know what I'm saying? What Mike Tyson say? Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. I be seeing that, man. She always challenges dudes. It's like, man, sit down somewhere, man. Like, for real. Hey, you great as a female boxer, but it's like, chill out. Please chill out. Like, chill out. Like, I be seeing that, you know. I be seeing that she always trying to fight dudes, always trying to call dudes out. It's like, man, listen, Grown men have boxed each other that has resulted in death, fam. I'm gonna repeat, grown men, and we're not talking about heavyweights. Like, man, we've had grown men box that are my size. You know what I'm saying? We have had grown men box that are my size that resulted in somebody getting killed. So for a woman to think she gonna step in a ring with men, all right, keep on playing around. Keep on playing around. Men have killed each other in that ring, fam. What do you think they gonna do to a woman? So when she started doing that, I can't stand that. Sit down somewhere, man. Please. Just keep fighting women, fam. Keep fighting women. Please sit down somewhere. Men have killed each other in that ring, fam. Men have killed each other. They would have to soften the rules up if she were to be fighting men. They would have to make the rules different, which is what they be doing. They doing that with football. They do that with, like, they change the rules up. You know what I'm saying? So they would have to change the rules up for that man not to kill you. Like, that's what they have to change. They have to lighten the rules up for these men not to go out here and kill you. Because that is what would eventually happen. Because men have killed one another in the ring. So, I wish she would chill out with that. She be all cool with me until she start being on that type of time. Please chill out. Just fight women. There's nothing wrong with being the greatest woman boxer of all time. The GOAT, or whatever she called. The greatest woman. Yeah, it's no problem with being that. Please stay in your lane. Like, just stay in your lane. There is nothing wrong with you being the greatest female boxer or just being a great female boxer. Nothing is wrong with that. You do not have to step in the ring with men to prove any point. You really do not. Stop thinking you have to do that. Please, man. Like, you gonna get yourself hurt. You can get yourself killed, fam. You step in that ring with the wrong guy who's not gonna show any mercy. And now we got a problem. And then that dude gonna have the most to lose because he get in that ring and he kill you. Now everybody looking at him. So yeah, just please calm that down. That's why I can't stand women like that. I can't stand women that just think they could just go toe to toe with a dude. Sit down, please. Like, just stop that. Like, that's just that. That ain't cute. That ain't fit. Like, quit thinking. I wish a nigga would. I can't stand that type of energy, man. I can't stand that. I can't stand it. I really can't stand that. Slap me up. Okay. If the dude hasn't provoked you and you walking around saying you gonna slap a nigga and this and that, okay. Because first of all, it's 2024. You ain't finna just slap a dude and he ain't did nothing to you and he not finna. These dudes nowadays, they hitting you back. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta stop all that. They was hitting you back in the day. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, that's all bad. They was hitting you back in the day. But for real, man, you gotta stop with that energy though. Like, we gotta stop with that energy, man. Like, I can't stand to hear a chick talk like that. When I'm around a woman and she talking like that, like, I just, in my mind, I be like, well, yep, okay. Like, I'm gonna have to remove myself from this conversation, because just chill out. I wish a nigga would, and woo-dee-woo. You know, if a nigga talk crazy to me, I'm gonna punch him in the face. I fight niggas. Okay. Again, if the guy did not put his hands on you, if they put their hands on you, that is different. You are defending yourself. I advocate for that. It's like Malcolm X and them said, like, we advocate for that. That's self-defense. But if dude ain't did nothing to you and you talking about laying your hands on him, all I got to say about that is don't get to crying when the energy is reciprocated. You can't just be putting your hands on people and they didn't put their hands on you. You just can't do that. So I don't like these women walking around talking about how tough they are when it comes to just putting their hands on dudes who ain't to put their hands on them. And just stop that, man. Please stop putting that energy into the atmosphere, man. Please. Please. That's I beg of you all. Like, any women that's putting that energy into the atmosphere, I beg of you to stop putting that energy into the atmosphere. But y'all, man, with that being said, I think my last client is here for the day. I got a 2 o'clock appointment, so I just want to tap in before the appointment started. You know, I think they just pulled up, man. So, hey, I feel like I got everything I needed to get off my chest. This was a peaceful build, man. I appreciate the donations. I appreciate the love. I'm going to actually try to tap in with y'all, man, pretty much on every Saturday if I have the time and I'm not doing anything. That's going to probably be my routine here going forward. Trying to get back to some consistency here. But, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm going to let y'all get back to enjoying the rest of y'all Saturday and y'all weekend, man. Hey, y'all be easy out here. I'm out, though. Peace.